morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. My name is Callie, and this is another weekend of Clarinets, Cats, and Coffee. In today's video, I am going to give you guys a little etude to practice to help solidify some of these embouchure techniques that I've been talking about over the years on my channel. And I'm sharing this because it's the beginning of the school year, and I've had a number of new students join my studio, and for a few of them, this has worked really well in solidifying good embouchure habits, and so I thought it would be a nice little thing to share with you guys as well. If you like this educational content that I'm sharing with you guys every week, please consider supporting my channel by becoming a channel member or Patreon. You can just click the join button right here on the video to become a member, or you can click on the link below to become a patron. Just depends on what platform you want to support me on. The perks are exactly the same. So thank you, patrons and members, for supporting my content, and I hope to see more of you guys join. All right, so a few instructions on how to use this etude. At first glance, it looks pretty easy. It's a bunch of half notes, and you're just kind of going up and down the C major scale. But if you look a little more closely, you actually get a lot packed in here. So you're working on scale, going up and down in the lower register. You get to work the very low register down to the lowest note of the instrument, and you also play these long tones going up to high C. So mostly everyone can play up to a high C and down to a low E. So this is a really good one to use to just kind of like get embouchure, air, and everything going. Now, one of the things you want to listen for whenever you're playing, you want to try to keep a consistent, pure tone by blowing evenly from the beginning to the end of each phrase. Another thing you want to listen for is tuning. Are you in tune with yourself on each of these intervals? You don't have to stress about it, but it will get better over time. If you're not sure, you can use your tuner and kind of look at where the tendencies are. But I try to just listen for these intervals, and I try to be in tune with myself wherever I am at that moment. So if I'm not warmed up yet, probably going to be a little flat. If I'm very warmed up and I haven't compensated, I might be a little sharp. But the important thing is to stay in tune with myself between these different notes of the C major scale. And then the third thing is, I highly recommend playing each phrase and then taking a short, when I play this for you, I'm going to take 4 beats of break in between each phrase, but you can take longer if you need to. But I recommend a short break in between each phrase to reset the embouchure and make sure that you're breathing with a full breath of air. If you're not used to playing with proper embouchure technique, bottom lip over bottom teeth, chin flat, corners in, top lip down, your face is going to get really tired really fast. And one of the worst things you can do for yourself is play with really poor technique on a warm-up that is supposed to help you get better. So look at this as like doing strength training. You know, you do 4 measures. It's like doing your reps, and then you take short break to revamp the muscles a little bit, and then you set again, do your 4 measures, take a break, 4 measures, take a break. By the end of doing this once a day, every day, for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your embouchure is going to be pretty solid, and it'll be a lot easier to set up your embouchure when you're playing much more difficult music. So think about this as endurance and strength training for your face. And then the other thing you want to do is play this all very legato, as smooth as you can, start to finish for each of these phrases. And think about keeping everything as consistent as possible with your mouth position, your tongue position, your air flow. The more consistent you can be when you're playing registers going up, down, low, up and down, the more consistent you can keep everything, the better your sound is going to be overall. So that's pretty much it here for this short little etude, and let me know what you guys think if you try this out either yourself or for any of your students. And if there's anything else you want to add that you like to think about when it comes to getting your embouchure to behave Be sure to leave it in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you really quick, and I hope that you'll jump in and join me. I'm going to play this at quarter note equals 60, and I'll be taking 4 beats to breathe in between each of the phrases. So let's jump right in and go ahead and play. All right, so I'm a little tired, and you know, this is really great because I'm switching. I just got my Yamaha back from the shop, and switching from my buffet back to my Yamaha, definitely there are definitely some differences in embouchure that I have to kind of get used to in order to make this instrument sound as good as it can. So I know that this is going to help me out this week. Yeah, so be sure to record yourself playing this or any of the other excerpts and share it on the Facebook group. I love hearing what you guys are up to each week. And in the meantime, I hope you have a good weekend, a good week next week, and as always, happy practicing.